You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Olafemi Stephen and I come the Chief MidHusband. Are you a nurse or a midwife aspiring to secure a job in the NHS? Let me tell you, you're welcome to the right place. My channel provides comprehensive advice to help you in your NHS application process. If this sounds like the kind of information you're looking out for, why not subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications so you won't miss any of my subsequent videos. Thank you very much. You're welcome back. So before we get to the topic of the day, I want to say how is it going? How is the application going? How is the process? I know a lot is happening. Uh, those that say applying, a lot of unfortunate emails here and there, and people are giving up. I'll tell you, please don't give up. And also congratulations for those who finally found themselves in the UK. Say congratulations to you, but still yet, I still keep receiving this. Oh, the weather. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, remember I told you at every level there are different things you have to deal with. So you have to get ready. You have to be set. So you still back in your own country, still advising you on every level you find yourself now. Take it one step at a time. Take away the whole anxiety of, oh, I must secure this job now. If you secure the job, what next? What next after then? So that's it. So just enjoy it as it lasts. And also with the UK changing their rules here and there, change to the okay care workers, can't bring dependents, okay, not the support, okay, not those in the care homes, okay, it's not affecting the nurses. A lot of things is affecting so many people, so many people are just okay, where do we go from here? Looking for information here and there. Those are issues that will come up at every time of our lives. So just get set that things can change at any time. Someone jokingly said, they say, oh, the UK just changed their rules every AK market days. Yes, that's the truth. It's funny, but that's the truth. But what can we do? We just have to make the best use of our time here because we don't know what the rules might look like tomorrow. Enjoy the time you have here and make the best use of it. So let's get to our video for today, which is the do's and don'ts when doing your NHS application as a nurse or as a midwife. And let's start with the do's, what you need to do when doing your NHS application. And one of it is research the NHS you are applying to. Every NHS have their trust values. Look out for the trust values. You don't need to look too far. In the application description, you see trust values of the NHS. In case you can find it there, go check Google. Google is your friend. Check Google and search for the trust value of the NHS you're applying for, and you have something about them and you infuse it in your application. Number two now is you need to customize your supporting statement. Customizing your supporting statement. Yes, somebody will tell me, okay, but it's stressful for me having to write different supporting statements for different NHS. Yes, I know it's stressful. That's why I will always say have a generic supporting statement where you can just change different paragraphs that would relate to that same NHS you're applying for. So you don't need to write everything. Just have like 3 different paragraphs where you can infuse something about the new NHS you're applying for. It makes your life easy because most of these jobs you're applying for, they're almost the same thing, except the ones that have special, that specialties which are different. But still, yet, even if they are specialties, you can infuse them in different paragraphs. Someone also asked me, how many paragraphs can your supporting statement have? I'll tell them there's no template to that. All you just need to write is you can write up to 1,500 words. Anything more than that, it won't be submitted. You won't be able to submit. So why not just make use of that idea and do your supporting statement? If you want to write up to 1,500 words, be my guest, but make them readable, streamline them, give spacing, not just jam packing everything. And even if, when it gets to a recruiter, they can't make meaning out of it. So you have to make use of that. Number three, showcase relevant skills and experience. Relevant skills. You can't compare the skills of someone that is that has 1 year experience and someone that has 5 years experience. So you have to make the best use of that. Which brings me back to you using ChatGPT to write your supporting statement. You say what? No, don't go there. Don't go there. Yes, most people, I get this comment where most people say, oh, and they say the NHS say we shouldn't use ChatGPT. No, even the NHS themselves know most of these things are being used. ChatGPT is being used to have a supporting statement. It's just you that is not reinventing yourself. Reinvent yourself. Don't just do garbage in, garbage out. Just copy and put it in your supporting statement and submit. The machine doesn't know you, it doesn't have the experience, so you have to know the best way to use the ChatGPT to be able to write your supporting statement for you. Those key experience you have, to be able to infuse them into your supporting statement. That is the best way to use it. Don't just do copy and paste. Number 4 is you have to use the STAR technique. STAR technique when writing your supporting statement. What's the STAR technique? It's situation, task, action, reaction. Situation, task, action, results. What's the situation? What's the task you did? What's your action? What's the result you got? That shows your experience. That shows expertise. That shows mastery in that position you're applying for. And these are what will make you be able to infuse your keywords when applying and when writing your supporting statement. Because now, imagine thousands of people applying. You don't think it's an individual that is going to select the application. No. Now you know what you should do. Now let's talk about what you should not do. Don't do when doing your application. Discard generic application. Yes, that needs to go in the don't. Yes, we talk about generic application when we talk about do's. Now we also talk about don't have a generic supporting statement. Avoid the rule of one size fits all, which is where I go back to what I said is generate different paragraphs for different NHS. Yes, we have something generic, but make sure you change most of this part in your supporting statement that makes it look different from every other NHS, which makes you stand out in your NHS application. Next is overlooking keyword. Don't overlook keywords in your application. Keywords are important. Keywords, that's what will make you stand out. That's what will make your application stand out. With the ATS, for those who don't know what the ATS is application tracking system. This is what streamline your application. That if your application stand out with the right keywords, then it gets to the recruiter. But if it doesn't stand out, immediately you just get unfortunate email when it's time. That's it. So you getting unfortunate emails, just know that it's not the recruiter that is doing it. So the only thing you need to do is make sure you have important keywords in your application. Next is don't exaggerate your qualification. As a nurse, as a midwife, don't exaggerate them. I know you have the qualification, you just need to put them in your supporting statement. Don't exaggerate that you have it. So for those who know they want to upgrade themselves, even if you add this qualification in your application, make sure you go do them. Make sure you do those courses, and you're adding them in your application. It means even if they ask you about it, you have learned them, you know what it's about, and you can defend what you have written in your application. Next is missing application deadline. Please don't miss deadline for your applications, because no matter what you have written, if you miss the deadline, you can't submit your application. At the end of the day, the application is gone. If you want to use it as a template, most times it might not give you the right those information you have updated before. So it's better you submit it than not even submitting at all. Just submit, even if it gets to the deadline, just submit. You wouldn't know what might happen at the end of the day. Next is neglecting preparation for interviews. Yes, finally, for those who finally got an interview, I advise you have to prepare for the interview. Don't see it as, oh yes, I know what they want to ask. Even if you have sample questions, even if you have questions flying around, you just have to prepare. There's something that comes with preparation, because you are saying those words stick to your head. That even if you're asking you a question, you might not be able to say it the way you have learned it, but you have the right word to present yourself. You must be in the mood to be able to answer those questions. So if you don't prepare, tell me how well then you get do you feel you want to get the job. So some people will not say, oh, I didn't get the job, but did you prepare? In the case where you feel you have put everything in place, you have put the do's into consideration, you also put the don'ts into consideration, and you still feel you're still receiving those unfortunate emails, my advice to you is do not give up, because there are other issues that can still affect your application that will make you look as if you are not being called, not as if your application is not good enough. just because there are a lot of people applying for the same positions that you're applying for. Is to me most time I would say it's all about is turn by turn at the end of the day. So I have this a simple analogy to portray this point so you understand better. Now let's take an instance of okay, let's use example with three different NHS putting in application for the position of staff nurse. Now NHS A put in a position for staff nurse and let's say 10 persons applied. And from that 10 persons, they selected five. NHS B also put in the same different application and 10 people, 10 persons applied and they selected six. NHSC also put out an application also for the position of staff nurse and 10 persons applied also. Now imagine from those 10, they selected six. Now we all know that, let's say from the first 10, from the NHSA, let's say the five different persons that were selected for interview, there's a probability that it's certain, I know, I've seen it before, it's certain that from that five that was selected on NHSB, two or three will be selected also. So which means at the end of the day, now we all know there are people, we have seen it before. Some people have like four different interviews with four different NHS. I wouldn't blame the person. It's just an issue of the person even having a lot to choose from, so the person can make decision. Good news for the person will have to select. But at the end of the day, we all know the person is only going with one. So when the person goes with one, means that the other two is wasted. Wasted in the sense that you can only go with one. Now means the process now starts again. Means the NHS will now send like an unfortunate email to the NHS, which is a good part sometimes. Yeah, it's good. Say, oh, unfortunately, I have other offer with other NHS and I can't go with you people. You send to the second NHS also. Process starts again. Also to remember that as the person leaves that stage going to the NHS means there are new students who are graduating, who will still want to japa, who want to leave their home country to come to the UK. Now the cycle continues. So you sitting down there and believing, okay, to still get to my turn and you're not putting in the work. Tell me, how do you get the job? So you just have to put in that work. You have to be consistent. At this point, it's about consistency. Put in the application. You see some people, they have interview, they didn't do well. At that point, I advise you, you're on the right track. You don't need to change too much. Just make sure you keep applying and keep doing what you have to do. And also, I've seen people that even their supporting statement is nothing to write home about, but they are still being called for interview. So sometimes this thing just happens the way it happens. That's why I always talk about the God factor. Put the God factor into everything you're doing. And putting the God factor, you will not miss it. So put all this thing in place. Remember the God factor and add it to your application process. And from here, I'm wishing you all the best. I'm waiting for you guys and hope to see your messages and say, oh, finally I'm in the UK. Thank you very much. That has always been my dream to you. So we come to the end of this video today. I hope you have been able to learn one or two with this video. I look forward to seeing you in my subsequent videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification so you miss any of my subsequent videos. Thank you very, very much. Bye. Bye-bye.